Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the channel. This is our first video. My name's Austin Lee, reporting to you from East Texas. Trading a little bit NASDAQ today. Just woke up a little bit ago. We're going to trade NASDAQ futures. We got a little bit of a vlog going on too behind us. We're going to turn this camera on just in case Apex wants to see us recording. They have a new rule where maybe sometimes they want to see your hands, your mouse, your keyboard, and your screens before they approve a payout. So we're going to just go ahead and start vlogging ourselves from behind too every day. We got the 2-minute chart up. Market's going to open in about 14 minutes. You know, kind of what got me wanting to start recording these videos and uploading them is the fact that they may request a video of me. So I was like, well, if I'm already recording myself, might as well record my screen and kind of talk through, you know, what I look for, what my strategy is, you know, what my setups are, you know, how I'm winning. We've been doing pretty well in the past couple weeks with our new setup. We're finally funded with Apex. So this video is just kind of for educational and entertainment purposes. And yeah, just come along with me as we do some day trading here live from, we're on 10 acres. I'm in an RV right now. I got to get a house built. Just bought some land. And we got Starlink, and Starlink's been working great. Internet's been real fast, so it's pretty much all you got out here. We're out in the country, so just, you know, a little day trading out in the RV with the Starlink. So we got some time before the market opens. I'm going to try to get on the computer 15 minutes before I open every day and turn my camera on so you can kind of see what I'm doing. But we got trading view up here, and then you'll see once I place a trade that we enter our trades in Trade-A-Vape. We got our Apex account linked up, and this is where we'll enter our trades. Just trading 10 micros right now. You know, it's not a race. We have to trade for 10 days to get a payout anyway. So we're just trying to be responsible, have proper risk management. I think on a $50,000 account, 10 micros is like, you know, one regular contract on minis. So when we were trying to get funded, I was trading 20, but I kind of lowered it a little bit to 10. It's what works best for me. I mean, you know, you can trade more if you want, less if you want, but I kind of keep my stop to about 15 or 20 points, no more than that. You know, try to minimize our losses and let our winners win. Hopefully you see a good green day today. We've had nothing but green days recently, you know. So, yesterday, just to recap, was pretty interesting, and I haven't seen a day like this in weeks. Here was yesterday. This is the 15-minute chart. So the market opened here at 8:30, and then literally just kind of stayed in that 15-minute opening range for a while, all the way until 10:45 my time, which is Central Time. I'm an hour behind in Texas. And before it just dropped down where you could maybe get some shorts. But I mean, I didn't even really see opportunities to get shorts with my strategy here either. So yesterday was kind of a weird day. We still had a green day. It was not that many winnings. I only took one trade yesterday, a quick scalp, and exited pretty quickly just to grab some money. But hopefully today we'll actually get some decent wins. You know, we did on Monday. So this was Monday. You can see it just swung below and above and below the opening 15-minute range multiple times. Usually once it usually flies above or down that range. Like it might break above and then come way down and come down to here, or break below and go way up. But to see it just kind of go like this is think a little unusual, and then this was definitely weird. But hey, we still won. We stuck to our discipline and our strategy. And then as you can see on Monday, just plenty of short opportunities here. So a little bit larger of an opening range. That's what these two yellow lines are. I marked the top and the bottom of the first 15 minutes. And then, you know, lots of opportunities to get short here. So I'm a momentum trader. I scalp. So I really want to see the market moving up or down before I decide to go long or short. And, you know, I don't fight the trend. I trade in the direction the market's going. And, you know, I believe it moves in waves. And just got to ride that wave, catch that wave. You know, it's pretty simple. Buy at the bottom, sell at the top, or sell at the top and buy at the bottom. That's all it is. So we got a couple different indicators here. We got pivot points, so that's what these gray lines are. So right now we're kind of sitting above VWAP. We got VWAP open to it, the 807s. NASDAQ sitting here at 915. So we're over 100 points above VWAP right now. We got a pivot point up here at 18,967, and then one down here at 18,775. Next pivot point sitting up there at the 19,000s. So these pivot points usually like to get hit, and the market trades from one to the other. As you can see, it kind of bounced around at this pivot point down here, and VWAP, and then shot up this morning. We had that CPI news come out at 7:30, which brought the price down a lot. If you guys are looking for a good place to see news, I kind of like the one that TradingView has. They got a calendar here that shows the different news and the time, and then like a little countdown. And the other cool thing is it actually shows you with this little bar indicator here the level of importance of like how much it'll probably impact the market. So as you can see, CPI and this core inflation news is like big news. It's 3 bars, but then you'll get like these little news events like we're getting at 9:30 today, my time. Is just 1 bar, so they don't really impact the market as much. But I don't trade news. I try to stay just aware of when it's coming, and then, you know, just watch. But, you know, I feel like it's kind of like gambling. Apex doesn't want gamblers. They want consistent, profitable traders. That's why they have the 10-day rule where you have to have 10 trading days to get a payout. So literally on this $50,000 account, I'm just aiming for $400 to $500 a day, and then shutting the computer down, walking away. So that's it. That's all we got to do. And then we can trade multiple accounts. We can copy trade. If you guys don't know what that means, go ahead and go look that up, or eventually you'll probably see me doing it. Right now we're just trading one $50,000 PA account with Apex. And yeah, I think they're always having sales right now. If you guys are new to trading, go on Apex website and just go ahead and read everything that they have on here. You know, you don't have to get an account right away, but go ahead and just read what this is about. If you're new to prop firm trading or just trading in general, there's a lot of valuable information on here for free to just read up on their FAQ section. Just be a sponge. Right now they have 80% off evals. So if you pass their evaluation, they'll literally give you money to trade with, so you're not risking your own money. There's rules, you gotta play by the rules, but you know, if somebody was gonna lend you $50,000 to trade of their money, they'd have some rules. So account sitting at $50,686 right now. We're on day 3 of 10, so just trying to get that $400 to $500 a day. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So we'll see what we can do today. The cool thing about trading is literally we're not trying to predict what it's going to do. We're just waiting and reacting. Just looking for little flag setups where we know to go long or short. Manage our trades, stick to our discipline and our risk management, and just get our money and be done. Usually I'm done by lunchtime. Yesterday was draining though. Like, talk about, if you want the definition of like a day where you gotta exercise patience in the market, that was yesterday, September 10th. We just sat there for 3 hours just watching it just go sideways, up, down, and it was like, it was good though, because, you know, for me, because it was an opportunity to practice patience. And that's where I really became successful with trading, was just not taking a trade. You know, trying to not lose money, and then maybe you'll make money. So, yeah, man, I think 90-95% of trading is just like waiting. Only 5% is like actually placing a trade. So you'll see when the market opens, I don't place any trades right away. I wait at least 30 minutes to an hour, let it show me what it's doing, and then react. We don't know what it's going to do. There's a couple different possibilities, but until it shows us what we're doing, what it's doing, you know, we don't place a trade yet. So right now, market's been kind of bullish overall since over the night. We've been kind of heading up. We had this news come out which dropped it back down to this pivot point, and then we've been heading back up. Market's creating a bunch of fair value gaps right now pre-market. That's these little green boxes. So I got fair value gaps. These key levels are just going to show, you know, pre-market high, yesterday high, pre-market low, you know, and yesterday's low. So
3.9% APR.
Man, I gotta start paying for YouTube so I don't get ads anymore. I think I'm gonna do that soon. And then we got another little like Lux Algo kind of thing that we look at periodically. It'll kind of tell us, you know, and give us indications when to buy and sell, but just use it cautiously. It's not always right. You know, you can't just use this, but it'll mark out kind of, you know, the 21 EMA, which is what I have right here on Tradevate. This line's the 21 EMA. So if we turn this on, this purple line is that, you know, but I don't usually have that on too often. And then this blue line's again VWAP. So that's it, pretty simple, you know. We got 4 indicators up. Use the 2-minute time frame for our entries. And then I got the 5 and the 15 pulled up. So we'll kind of look for different trends and breakouts on higher time frames, you know, and go down. And if we see that trend on all 3 time frames, we know that it's probably a pretty valid trend. So market it opening up here in 2 minutes. What will happen? Will she continue to push up or not? All we got to do is wait and find out, you know? All we got to do is wait and find out. Setting a new high right here a couple minutes ago pre-market. That's it. VWAP sitting there at the 812s, NASDAQ 897, right before open. And then this time frame, this is the 1 minute time frame, by the way, where we enter our trades. So NASDAQ just breaking below that 21 EMA 2 minutes before open. See what happens here. Alright, market is open.
So it's Wednesday night.
pushing on down, pushing on down. Just created a bearish fair value gap right here. Once this candle closes on the 15-minute, we'll mark the high and the low. And then we'll kind of wait to see what it's doing. See if we can't set a bullish or a bearish trend. If we go to the daily. So yesterday we had a green day. Kind of trying to maybe push back up to that pivot point at the 19,000s. See if we can't get it to touch that again. Get that continuation up or bounce off and go down. We don't know yet. Not sure. If you're new to the channel, which you probably are because this is the first video, go ahead and press that like button if you like what you see. Subscribe. I'm going to try to do this every day. Try to keep it simple, guys. You know, if you can learn anything from this and take anything away from it, apply it to your strategy, and it makes you better and you start making more money, then that's all that matters. Even if you don't trade exactly like I do, but you see one thing that you learned or liked or took away, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're seeing this, obviously it's not live, but you can go back and see what I did and take notes maybe. Might start doing live videos eventually. Oh yeah. She came down below, coming back up to that 21 EMA. So far, market making a 55-point movement to the downside and just to come back up. Start doing really well, making a lot of money. Start vlogging some of the stuff I do on the property. I got 10 acres here, so I don't know if you guys have any ideas, comment below. But we want to get some goats, chickens, cows, put up some fencing. I gotta get a mulcher in here to start clearing a bunch of land. We got a bunch of trees and forest behind us. But we're in East Texas, so there's a lot you can do with 10 acres. I'm gonna start growing some food. I think that would be cool, have some food growing. It's quiet out here, it's private, it's pretty chill. It's a good environment to be in. It's good for your mind. NASDAQ pushing down again, creating new lows today, down there at the 840s. Drinking some tea and we got some water, trying to stay hydrated. Get our water in for today. 5 minutes into the market. There's another little push coming down into the 830s, going through the 30s, down into the 20s. Bears just trying to push it down to the VWAP. Almost came down to VWAP. VWAP sitting there at 819. One thing I'll say right here while I'm thinking about it is don't ever short into the VWAP. Once it starts getting down to here close to it, you know, don't short into VWAP because it can bounce off and go right back up. You know, or it can go through it and you can win, you know, but it's kind of like a gamble. I've just decided not to do it. I could be wrong, but I've been punished doing that twice now. I journaled it and decided just to not do that anymore. So I guess the inverse would be true too if it was coming up to VWAP and you didn't catch that movement and you were just trying to get in at the last minute thinking it's going to push all the way to VWAP. You know, it could touch it in reverse, and if you're not quick enough, you could lose money trying to go long if it's going up to the VWAP. So I don't know, just let it kind of show you what it's going to do for a little bit once it gets around VWAP before thinking about getting long or short. Again, right now, you know, I'm not thinking about getting long or short. I'm still waiting for the market to show me what it's doing today, if we're going up or down, and then we're just looking for little flag setups that indicate our entries. We're just trying to catch 20, 30, 40 points. That's it. And if you can do that a couple times a day or once a day, twice a day, and finish with a green day, that's all you need to do. You know, usually I'll trail my stop loss and leave one runner out of those 10 contracts and see if we can. Sometimes you can get 100-point moves or 200-point moves. You know, but you never know when that's going to happen. It doesn't happen every day. But if you can get your 20, 30 points, 40 points, that's all you need to do. If you're risking 15 to 20 points. So that's all we try to do. And market coming up off that VWAP a little bit. We're back at in the 850s. Coming back into that fair value gap we just created. You'll see when I get into a trade if we have an opportunity here this morning. I'll take partial profits during the trade just to kind of stack up some small wins and then trail my last one. Five minutes and 55 seconds remaining in that first 15-minute candle. Seeing 80 points of movement so far, 80-point range. So we got that pivot point up here sitting at the 968s, and we got another pivot point down here at 774. Those pivot points, man, it's funny. They're like magnets. They go right to them. They usually hit each one, and it's just a mathematical equation how they like determine where those are based off of yesterday's price action. It's pretty simple. I don't remember what the equation is, but it's like the high, the low, and the opening divided by 3 or something. I don't know. It's a really simple math equation. VWAP getting touched. Went through VWAP a little bit there. See if we don't get this continuation to the downside through it, or if we turn VWAP into resistance and start heading down, or bounce off it as support down to 808. Use some music.
My life be like, ooh,
Get the music going.
my life be like, ooh, yeah, yeah. My life be like, my life be like times like these that make me say, yeah, Lord, if you see me, please come my way. Like even break ground so when I stray, yeah, I'll sacrifice at the price. My life be like, I feel me like a fingertip. Sometimes I fall, I slip. My heart felt desire me more like you. Try not to put your fire with the things I like. Me like an island by my lonesome stranded. Low key and staying candid. Reflect on all the things I try my hand at. Search for the equations to persuasions I'm used to. Finding comfort in the zones, the clouds and holes I get loose to. A mountain is Fontaine. Spinning in my hustle and grinning is high octane. This blows how I came. Rolling down the hills, cause life's a hassle. The circle my falling like the moats around the castle. Stay afloat, catch a second wind. Thin is the air I breathe.
Yep, see it coming back up above the VWAP again. Sorry for all the screens going back and forth. I'm still getting, still learning how to do this video editing stuff. I know it's not rocket science, but it's literally my first time doing it. So, yeah. We're just gonna keep it going here. Alright, market's still just kind of chopping around in the 830s right now. Man, this is almost what the 15-minute chart looked like yesterday for the first couple hours. Just sideways. Up, down, up, down, up, down. This is when you don't trade, at least with my strategy. I'm a momentum trader, a scalper. Our trades only last a couple minutes. We're looking for momentum going up or down. If it's going up, we're looking for long positions. If it's going down, we're looking for shorts. So, still just kind of waiting here. 20 more seconds before the 15-minute opening range is set. Pivot point. Look at that, man. Oh my goodness. Pivot point at the 775s. 15-minute opening range has been set. 18,906. We'll mark that up. Mark that up right here. And we'll mark the low So far, just trying to break out below it. See if we can't get that continuation to the downside or not. It's coming back up now. So there's our 15-minute opening range. That candle closed right on the bottom of it. So sometimes we don't know what's going to happen yet still. There's a couple possibilities. We can kind of do one of these where kind of go around this pivot point and start breaking below and head on downtown. Try to catch some shorts. Down to this pivot point. The next pivot point is down here at 18,671. Or it could chop around in the 15-minute for a little bit and, you know, do one of these, start going up, putting in higher highs, higher lows. We gotta wait for it to show us like lower lows, lower highs, or higher highs, higher lows, before we determine a bias if we're going up or down. So right now we're back in that 15-minute opening range, right around VWAP. It's on VWAP right now. Still kind of, you know, bullish from midnight. Five minutes, you know, that was at the higher low right there, and now we're going to push up, put in a higher high, higher low, higher high. I don't know yet. We just got to kind of wait and see. That's what it's all about, just waiting and seeing first. Got to wait and see. Wait and see, everybody, wait and see. It's like show and tell, like, you know? Yeah, wait for the market to show us and tell us. If we're going down, we're looking for little bear flag setups. We got the pre-market low sitting down there at 18,705. You know, can we get that gap fill? That was around midnight. To like see it like break below here and then go up and then like continue down, maybe, kind of thing. I don't know. Don't know. See, that's when I'll kind of use that once in a while just to see the lines that this is producing. But still in that 15-minute opening range right now, you know, not really anything to do at the moment, you know. The first time I saw somebody trading like this, I used to trade gold, and I would trade before the market opened, during the market, you know, and I wasn't really getting consistent results. First time I saw somebody trade like this, I was like, wow, it's a lot more waiting and like chilling out and letting it show you and not trading. And then when I changed to that, I started doing a lot better. My win rate went way up. So, you know, you just want to be more confident in your trades. And feel good. You know, feel good, look good, feel good, do good. Once we're done today, we'll go for another run, a little bit of exercise afterwards. I don't have a gym here, but I can go for a run and do some push-ups and stuff. You know, see if she can't come down to that pivot point or not. Touching the, there we go, new low, down to the pivot point. Breaking out of the 15 minute. So if we start going down, I kind of want to see it retrace a little bit and do a pullback before thinking about getting short. You know, it's kind of what we're waiting for. If it happens, it may not happen. We could start shooting back up through the 15-minute range now, and then break out and go, you know, way up here. We don't know. We saw it. Oops. We saw it do that on Monday. Multiple times. Next time we moved our line here. There we go. Move that up a little bit. There we go. Saw it do that on Monday, like all morning. So you never know what's gonna happen. You know, kind of got some support here from earlier. Just the bulls and the bears battling it out. You know, and it's like, is this a bear flag or not? I don't know, because it really hasn't shown us that it's going down that much yet. Trading below the 21 EMA right now. We got a sell signal on the indicator, but as you can see, right after we got that, it started going back up a little bit. So, see if we can't get it to maybe make one or two more touches on this line before it breaks out. You know, if we, you know, it's just tough because we got this pivot point right here. It could come and touch this pivot point again, turn it into support, and then shoot up. So I don't know if I want to take a short here. This is normally what we would look for on the 2-minute chart. So we got a wick and a wick, and I'll draw a line here up when I'm looking for short opportunities, and when it breaks out, closes out, sometimes they'll come back up and then like just go down. That's our move. But we kind of got this support area here where price action struggled to break through. Even when that news dropped, I mean, it wicked out down here, but then the candles were closing right here and it went up. I don't want to short right here because it could hit this and go up. So that's the other thing. So you always got to look to the left. It's like crossing the road. You know, usually you look both ways. While trading, you just look left before crossing the road. And I could be wrong. The price could fly and break out below, you know, and it's like whatever. You know, we're not gambling here. So if it does do that, though, we'd be looking for it to pull back up a little bit again, maybe before coming back down to this pivot point. So we can catch a short down here, maybe. you know. So it's really about being like really specific in what we're looking for, waiting for it to happen, and then if it happens, shooting our shot. That's it. Because otherwise we do kind of have this short flag forming here. You know? But I don't want to just flip a coin. And it's like if that breaks below, we get short and then it reverses on us. You know, we're kind of turning the 15-minute and VWAP into resistance now, so it could start going down. But I don't know. Just want to wait a little bit longer. We're only 15 minutes out of the 15-minute range. So there we go. Price coming below our line here. And look what happened. It kind of ran into issues right at that pivot point. It's almost like it was listening to me talk. We lose that 770 level though. Might start heading on downtown, but I don't know, because we got this going on over here. Kind of got this going on over here. You know what I mean? So it's like, do we want to short here? Do we want to get short? You know, because it could just go back up. Well, just like that, it drops almost 30 points, more than 30 points. Oh my goodness. Hey, that's just the game. That's the way it goes sometimes. That's the way it goes sometimes. Now, if we can't get another kind of flag set up here, just like that, we can jump in. But we gotta wait. What did I say? I was gonna get in at 770. Went down to 42. Like 28 points. But would we have sold, sold and bought exactly at the bottom? Probably not, but we could have got a little win there, but I just don't like it. Now look, price is climbing back up. We want to see this thing like really start to break and go down. Grab 40 points, 30 points easily. Because now it's wicking out right now. Look, see? So I'm glad we didn't get in. Yeah, we could have made like a very quick scalp trade, but look, now it's coming back up. That was a trap for a lot of people. A lot of people probably didn't get short until down here, right? And then it just reversed on them, took out their stop loss. Watching out, may end up coming down. I don't know. Ask yourself that question. Would you have honestly taken that trade? Don't say you just would have taken it because it ended up going down. Based off of what I was saying, would you have taken that trade? would you have seen the things I was saying? And you know, I don't know, man. See, just using that pivot point as support. Just wick, wick, wick. We had one that broke through it for a moment there. It's probably just to grab some liquidity. You know, and we could start heading back up, you know. A lot of times it'll go below the 15-minute range and then it'll come out above it and head on up. You know, we don't know. We don't know, man. This 15-minute candle's been open for 4 minutes. And it's just a big wick right now. 4-hour chart. Looking kind of bearish on the 4-hour. Kind of bearish on that 4-hour. Look at those candles, man. Tiny candles with wicks. Just waiting. Just waiting, man. We've been recording for almost 50 minutes here. No trade yet. If anything you learn, like, if you're not successful right now and you're not making money, maybe if anything you'll learn is, like, to trade less. You know, no trade is better than a bad trade. You know? So just sitting here and waiting. Hopefully it doesn't do what happened yesterday. That was terrible. I think I made $100 yesterday. That was it. One trade, $100, like 6 points. It didn't play out the way I wanted it to, so I kind of closed out manually. I wasn't seeing that momentum push. I've been doing this strategy long enough where I can kind of detect when it's doing that. So instead of letting it hit my stop loss and losing money, I just closed out. Usually you don't want to win less than what you're risking, and I usually don't, but on a trade like that, you know, I can kind of have a mental stop and know to get out of the trade. I had an actual stop loss placed as well, but, you know, instead of letting it hit it and losing money, I just got out, and it did reverse and would have hit it. And then we didn't take any more trades the rest of the day. Sat here for like 4 hours just waiting. But usually that doesn't happen, so we should start seeing something, you know, going on eventually. You know, markets can't just go sideways forever, but go up and down. Just kind of sitting here right below that 15-minute range. Bottom's 808, we're at 786. Above that pivot point, you know, it's bounced off this pivot point now twice this morning. Let's see what can happen. We're below VWAP. You know, are we going to break out to the downside, start putting in lower highs and lower lows, or are we going to head on up and put higher highs and higher lows? We just got to sit here and keep waiting. Sitting here and waiting, don't fall asleep. pushing back in the 760s. I think if we can close below the 60s, we can start heading on down. Below that 21 EMA right now. Like this. It's like need to put some money on the board to wake up. Come on, let's put some money on the board. Put some green on the screen. Put some green on that screen. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Do something, man. Come on, man. Struggling to get through that spot it stopped at before. Bulls and bears fighting it out here in this kind of range right here.
Customizing your experience. Welcome.
There we go.
Liquid Lab.
There we go. She's pushing. Pushing. Told you if we lose this like 760 area, it might start coming down. Through the 50s here. Then we want to see it kind of do one of these things before we consider getting short. Closing in 40 seconds. Oh God, come on, dude. We gotta close like below 760. There we go. There we go. See if we can't start putting them lower lows and highs. Well, I guess if you took that sell signal here and had your stop loss high enough, could have got some money. It's good to have like a 30-point stop loss though, so we don't, it's too high, it's too much. Alright, closed below 760 on that candle. See if we can't get this continuation to the downside. We can get a little short flag to form here for us. You know, if it just keeps dropping, I mean, we can't really, it's hard to get in there. You know? Bear flag came down to that pre-market low, or not pre-market low, but the bottom of the wick when that news came out, through it, coming down to the pre-market low. Look at that, man. Oh, brother, I said if we lose that 45 level, we'll probably start heading on down, and it did. I didn't pull the trigger. That'd have been 50 points right there. Your stop loss would have almost got hit with a 20-point stop loss. That would have been wild. That's alright. The cool thing is it usually does this a couple times in morning. So we got other opportunities. Look at that. Oh my god. All the way down to that pivot point. Catch that. You didn't catch it. So a lot of people will get short here, set their stop losses here, and it'll just come back up. So now we're at this. We've broken out below the 15-minute range now. Clearly. And just looking for another, see if yesterday's the low, if this gap can get filled. Next pivot points down here at the 18,478. Oh man, we almost pulled the trigger on that. That was close. That was close. If I'm on this screen, I'm thinking about jumping in. This is where we make our entries. So I knew if we lost this level here, kinda, we were probably heading down. So don't say I didn't call it. I didn't take action there. I didn't like the way this. We didn't really get a nice kind of, short flag here. Usually you want to see a couple candles close going up, and then you get in. This thing just started falling off, which can happen sometimes. I just kind of did a nice elevator move straight down. So, it is what it is. See if we can't get another short flag here. See if we can turn this pivot point into resistance and continue going down. It is what it is. What it is.
Bring the beat back.
Still no trades taken today yet. I think we have more news coming out. Oh, we got a little bit of news coming out at 9:30. A little bit of news at 9:30 my time. 10:30 Eastern. Down to that yesterday low, right below 45 again. Wasn't it 45 up here, kind of the price? Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Stop. Just breathe.
Next pivot point down here at 18,479.
Dance with me.
push down or not. Had this pivot point turn into resistance. Fair value, yeah. Oh yeah. Big old 15-minute candle. Kind of got a little bit of a short flag forming on the 5-minute here. Got one more minute for that to close. Oh no, man, I don't know. Just gotta wait and find out. Gotta wait and find out, man. News coming out in 6 minutes. A little bit of news. It's a bunch of oil and gas stock exchange and stuff. Man, that would have been nice to catch that short. You know? That would have been pretty sweet. Maybe I missed something, you know, like where I could have caught that, but I don't know. Just closed pretty below on this candle. Came back up. Once it passed here and broke below those 50s. Could maybe caught that. Just kind of chopping around along that pivot point now. Still below the 21 EMA. Like now, if we're gonna look for long opportunities, like I need to see it like putting in lower highs, lower lows, meaning like doing like one of these or something. You know? You know? You know? Alright, we closed out there, manually. We just took a trade. I kind of messed up a little bit, mismanaging that trade. I meant to take 3 contracts. We got in at 42, and then I meant to take out 3 contracts at like 22, but we took them out at 17, which was good. And then I wanted to take another 3 out, like around here, just keep going, but, you know, it might keep dropping. I don't know. Honestly, that was my first trade on a camera on YouTube, and I got a little nervous. Not gonna lie, my heart was pumping a little bit. You know, we did put some money on the board there. Our strategy did kind of play out. We grabbed, I'm not that good at math, but 42 minus 17. You know, we did just grab 25 points there. Now it's just kind of chopping back and forth sideways. But yeah, we put some money on the board there, a little 380 bucks. You know? As you can see, like, market's kind of going back up now, so if that happens, like, that was good. But yeah, a little win there, 10 micros, NASDAQ. $380 on the board. First win, first trade. Doing it on YouTube right in front of you guys. You guys saw how it all went down. We had kind of this little short flag going on. I saw it kind of dropping. I called it, you know, around 45. If we lost that level, we'd probably go down a little bit. You know, and we got in at 42.75, so 2 points away from that. You know, there we go. 380 bucks may not seem like a lot, you know, but that was in a couple minutes. You do that consistently, it adds up. And with Apex, you can have up to 20 accounts. So 380 times 20, that would have been $7,600 on the day. I don't know about you, but that would pay my bills. So, you know, we're going to keep going today, keep watching, see if we can't catch one or two more. You know, maybe just one more and then shut it down, like I said, and go exercise, you know. Market, NASDAQ continuing to push down here. See if we can't get that continuation. I kind of mismanaged that trade, so you saw my screen kind of glitched a little bit too. I went to put buy orders for 3 contracts. Usually I do another 3 and then I leave 1 to trail. And it should have hit 6 by then, and it started to go up, so then I just wanted to pull another 3 out. And then I saw it continuing to go up, and I was like, you know what, I just want to close the whole thing out. Usually I would have like waited and taken another 3 out down here and then trailed 1, but it's all good. We made 380 bucks there. See if we can't get another opportunity on that trade. So yeah, 1 win on the board. Doing it. See if we can't get that continuation down to yesterday's low. Next pivot point's all the way down here at 478. You know, we had a couple touch points here. 1, 2, 3. It's usually what we like to see. And then it broke out and just kind of started flying down. So we got in right here. Market can't just go straight down forever. It has to kind of like go down and then pump up a little bit and then go down. So we saw that happened. It broke out the 15-minute range. Kind of struggled for a little bit here, undeciding what it wants to do, and then broke out. We missed that, which is fine. Then it kind of went up, trying to decide what it wants to do around that pivot point. Broke below. We caught a quick scalp. That was it. We had our stop loss initially set at 20 points, and we made over 20 points. So that's it. It was like a little 1-to-1. We didn't take all 10 contracts out at over 20 points, but you know, I have a high win rate though, so I don't need a high R to R. You know, if it moves 40 points, 60 points, 80 points, awesome. We can trail that stop loss, you know, past break even and just, you know, let a couple runners go. Awesome. But we don't know when that's going to happen. That's fun and great when that happens. But for the most part, we're just trying to catch our 20, 30, 40 points and, you know, do that a couple times a day. Have a green day and then shut it down. So now all we can do is wait again. So we waited until a whole hour for that move. And we might have to wait another hour or 2 hours, or we might not get any opportunity, or we might get one here soon. We don't know yet. We just have to wait. That's it. Cold recently. Doing it on the YouTube. Let's go. First video on the YouTube. Now let's finish the day in the green though, you know, like, you know. Let's finish the day in the green. We're at 51,000 now on the account on day 3, just trading 10 micros. bit. Got it set to 77. Probably seems high for y'all, but yo, when you're used to that Texas heat for a while, you get used to hot weather. I'm not originally from Texas. I'm from New Jersey. I moved to Texas like 4 years ago or something. 31 years old. And I'm used to the heat now. Where I live, though, it's a little bit cooler than some other cities in Texas. Like, it can be like 10 degrees cooler here. You know, we're in that jet stream now or whatever with the weather, man. Sometimes it's colder here than it is in New Jersey, where my family is. I got family all over the country: California, Jersey, North Carolina, Colorado. But just because of the way that jet stream goes, like, it'll be colder here than in Jersey, which is wild sometimes in the winter. Market's still kind of going down, trying to get to yesterday's low. See if we can't maybe get like one more trade. I don't know. I'm sorry I didn't manage that trade exactly how I normally do. It was pretty close. I still did well. We made money. I'm not disappointed with it at all. The screen kind of glitched for a second too. I don't know if it's because I'm recording and my computer can't handle all this. I got a MacBook. It's only a couple years old. You know, probably could be a little bit better, but I don't know why it happened. Who knows? There we go, breaking through yesterday's low. Just continuing to go down. There you go, Apex. You saw it here. That's how we do our trades. Monday through Friday. Off on Saturday and Sunday. And usually done by lunch. That's the awesome thing about trading, guys. If you can figure out how to do this enough to at least pay your bills and, like, you know, establish a standard of living and have enough to live comfortably and do this consistently which like Apex is a company that will force you to be a consistent trader because of those rules. You know, you have to hit a certain profit target, you got a trailing stop loss, so it makes you kind of have to always be going up, and you don't have to risk your own money. It's not that expensive to pay for the evaluation. You would want all those rules for yourself anyway if you were just starting out. So, because you want to like have green days become green weeks. Green weeks, you stack enough of them, become green months, and if you stack enough green months on top of each other, you'll have a green year. Are you always going to have green days and green weeks? No. But you just want to have more green days than you have red ones. And then you can pay your bills with trading if you haven't gotten to that point yet. And I don't know, man. I think it's like the best. I think it's better than being a professional athlete or an actor or a CEO of some company. Because as you guys know or don't know, like, I can take my computer to anywhere for a couple months and go on vacation and still wake up in the morning and do this. Like, you have location freedom and you have time freedom. If I'm done by lunch, I have the rest of the day to do whatever I want. Like, whatever you like doing. You want to go for a bike ride, or, you know, you want to go run, or you want to go watch a movie or watch a TV show, or hang out with your kids or your family, or just go drive around and go see stuff. Like, you have the rest of the day to do that. And, like, even if you're not making millions of dollars doing it, but you're able to do that and pay all your bills, to me, dude, that's the best. That's life. That's the way your life is supposed to be. So you can, like, explore the world and live. Hot oatmeal, hot. Coming in hot. You know, if we could start making a ton of money doing this, instead of having $400 or $500 days, even though that's a lot, depending on what your bills are, we get a second account, a third account. If you have 10 accounts, you can scale this and copy trade. So I'll eventually post videos on how to do that, or you can go look them up yourself now if you don't want to wait until I'm doing that, because it's probably going to be a couple of weeks before I'm showing videos on how to do that. But Apex has videos and information on their website on how to do that, and YouTube, there's people on YouTube. But if you don't know, if you have multiple $50,000 accounts, you can copy them. So if you had two, that $380 trade that I just did would have been a $760 trade if it was copying it onto another account, and it does it automatically. I sold solar for 5 years, residential solar, door to door, and then over the phone. If I wanted to make more money selling solar, I had to sell more solar. I had to meet with, if I wanted to double my income, I had to do twice as many appointments, sell twice as many systems, sign twice as many contracts, get twice as many installs, use twice of my time because I'm doing additional consultations. With trading, with copy trading, you don't. You just have to have a second account, and you just duplicate yourself. You just copy. So, you can't do that with selling solar. With selling anything, you have to sell more of that thing. So, I wasn't hitting that 7-figure income with solar. I made good money for years, and then the Fed raised interest rates last summer, which just made the savings not as much for the homeowner, even though you can still save a ton of money going solar. And just there's a lot of like bad salespeople in that industry that kind of gave homeowners bad deals, and it made it difficult for me to sell. So I'm glad I'm doing this right now. This is the best thing I've ever done. I went to school for business. I got a bachelor's degree. I've sold lots of different stuff, mortgages. I was a manager at a paint store at Sherwin-Williams. I set appointments for windows, roofing, and siding, and I've been selling solar since 2019. So trading was just like that next thing that was gonna still produce good income with the possibility of much more, and give me more time to go do what I want to do in life. You know, if I want to work on this property myself, I need the time to do that. So if I can be done by lunch and then go do stuff on the property the rest of the day, I have the time to do that and the money from this. So it's really about that time and location freedom. The location freedom meaning, like, I don't have to request to go on vacation or go somewhere. You know, you're your own boss, you make your own schedule. Yeah, we're here Monday through Friday in the morning, but I can take this with me. So for a lot of you guys, you already know that. Some of you maybe haven't thought about it that way. But professional athletes, they're even told where they gotta go though. They can't just like say, hey, for the next month I'm going to Hawaii. They're gonna be like, no, you're not. You got a game in Florida. Then we gotta be in New York the next week. We gotta be here. They're making millions of dollars, but they don't have that location freedom until the off season. We can do that all year round though as traders. Actors have managers. CEOs have to be in meetings and be places, and you know, depending on what kind of business they're the CEO of, the executives. I don't know anything else that besides trading that lets you have this lifestyle. Unless you're already just rich, if you were born into money, you know, and you don't have to work to get money. Unless you inherited a ton of money, or you know, you're a large shareholder in some company that you know your ancestors created, and other people are running the company for you, like, you know, Mr. Deeds with Adam Sandler. You know, you gotta work. So the reason why it's going down right now, NASDAQ's still dropping, we're down at the 561s that I'm not entering, is because it hasn't really shown us coming back up a little bit and then going down, you know, so we don't know how long this movement's going to continue going. You know, if it just goes straight down all the way to this pivot point and we don't get in, you know, whatever, but I need to see some kind of like I need to see it kind of do one of these, you know, before I would consider getting short here. If it just keeps going down, you know, you can't really get short. Because when is it going to stop? You don't know. You know, we get short here and then it goes up. So, if you guys are wondering why I'm just talking and not making any trades or doing anything, it's because there's nothing really to do right now besides wait again. Remember, we waited an hour before we saw this move. So, we might sit here. That might have been it for the day. I don't know. I have no idea. I never set expectations with what it's going to do. And you need to do that in life too, because people talk about manifestation. They're like, oh yeah, just think and grow rich, the book. Like, just think about it and then it's going to happen. Well, no, you have to take action to get the result. But like, I think it goes a little deeper. My definition of manifestation, and I didn't create this, I discovered it through somebody else, and I agree with it. Take some notes on this too, because this is like good life stuff while we're waiting for a trade to set up. Manifestation is when you can shift yourself internally to a degree where you're no longer emotionally dependent upon seeing a change in reality. Okay, I'll say that again. Manifestation is when you can shift yourself internally to your thoughts, your inner self, to a degree where you're no longer emotionally dependent upon seeing a change in reality. So when you're good with it and you're good without it, it'll manifest. We don't know what it's going to do. And that can apply to people, because when you learn that people aren't people and people are frequencies, until you learn how to deal with frequencies, frequencies will deal with you. And in order to go somewhere you've never been, you need to become someone you've never been. You need to give up a lower nature to get a higher nature. You need to see life through the lens of your desired self. What do you desire? What is your desired reality? Because at the end of the day, if people ask, how do you manifest, Austin? That's the wrong question, because you're already doing it now. You're doing it automatically, unconsciously. You've been doing it your whole life. That's the same as asking, how do you breathe? You don't ask how you breathe. You're doing it automatically. The real question is, how do I figure out the mechanics of reality and my thoughts and my frequencies to the point where I can create my desired reality? That's manifestation. So it's all about your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotional convictions, your identity, and your attention. All of that can apply to trading, to your health, how happy you are, relationships with friends, family, you know, significant others. It's all connected. I'm not expecting it to do anything here. Like, I'm just waiting for it to show me what it does. We're not going to predict what it's doing, and then we're going to react to it. So right now, like back here, we didn't predict this was going to happen. We waited for it to show us. Boom, boom, boom. Then it started doing it, and we reacted. And we caught money. So right here, it could go like this and like this. We don't know, though. We have to wait for it to show us, and then we react. Could just keep going straight down, or it could just start going straight up to this pivot point until we see it go like, you know, until we start seeing it put in higher highs and higher lows and higher highs and higher lows. We're not going to think about getting long. It needs to start doing that first. Right now the trend's going down. Right now the market's going down. Like, look how far off we are from that 15-minute opening range. It broke out of it and then it just went straight down. So before we would think about getting long, we need to see it like putting in higher highs, higher lows, like a total change in the way the market's structured. Because as of right now, we're looking for another short opportunity possibly. You know, if we go to the 5 minute, look how it just broke out perfectly clean on that line. If we go to the 15 minute, it's been nothing but just bearish, fair value gaps, candles going down. You know, then we go to that 4 hour. Look, it's been bearish. It's been bearish since August 21st or 22nd. Okay, we've been going down, heading on down, heading on down. That's the cool thing about trading is you can make money when the market's going down or up. We just short it when it's going down. You know. Now we're coming back down to that fair value gap right here on the 4 hour that was created back here on September 9th. So on Monday we created this bullish fair value gap. We're kind of coming down. We just touched it with today's low. You know, we'll break through and just continue going down. We don't know. Just gotta wait and find out. So that's why I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just waiting and talking to y'all. You know, hopefully you guys, if you agree with anything I said or you have any questions, comment below. You know, I want you all to learn and get better and make some money. I learned all this stuff from somebody else, so I'm just passing the information along. It's pretty simple. The highest frequency wins though. The universe doesn't care if you're a nice guy or a bad guy. It's just the highest frequency wins. We're in a third dimension reality. But physical reality is not a physical reality. It's a mental and spiritual game. It's all in your head. It's being able to control your emotions and your thoughts. Because where's your consciousness? Where's your thoughts? That's in the fourth dimension. That's inside. Or that's somewhere else. You know, this is the third dimension, all this physical stuff, my computer screen and everything here. This is physical reality, but our physical reality, life is just like a mirror, and until you smile at life, life's not going to smile back at you. It's like a mirror, like you have to smile first. So that starts with your thoughts and your beliefs and your feelings, your frequency. So the mental plane is the cause, and the physical plane is the effect. So if you want to change the physical plane, you have to change your mental plane. You can't change an effect with an effect. You can only change an effect with a cause. So if you want to change the physical plane, you need to change the way you're thinking. Cause and effect. Pretty simple, right? You can't change an effect with an effect. That's it. That's pretty much it. That was some good advice right there. You know? And in order for a caterpillar to become a butterfly, it has to stop being a caterpillar. You have to give a breath before you can take a breath. You know, all that stuff. How would my desired self act? How would my desired self think? That comes first. Then the physical reality comes. It's the other way around. 98% of people have it the other way. You have to normalize winning trades. Normalize it. Like, yeah, it's normal that we win trades. It's normal that we make money. It's normal that we pass evaluations with Apex and get funded. This is normal. You have to think that it's normal. Even if right now you're not doing that, you have to start thinking that way. Because physical reality doesn't know the difference between what you're thinking and physical reality. So you have to change your mental plane first. Guys, there's people that charge like thousands of dollars for the information that I'm putting in this video for free. Like, literally, there's like CEOs of companies that will pay people thousands of dollars to tell them what I'm saying right now. You know, I'm not looking for any money. I'm not looking for you to buy a course. But if you like what you heard, like, just go ahead, subscribe, like, comment below so you can see more videos like this, and I'll just keep saying stuff like this when we're in between our trades, and hopefully, you know, the goal is that I want to put myself in a frequency where my desired reality is that I'm helping people better their physical reality. Okay? And the more subscribers I get and the more people viewing, the more people I can reach and help them have a better physical reality. You know, it's a crazy world right now. We're living in interesting times in 2024 in America. You know, it's a presidential election coming up. Cool thing about trading is it doesn't matter who's in office. We can still win. We can still do well. I'd rather the market go up so everybody can benefit. The people that just work regular employee jobs and have a 401k, you know, that's tied to the stock market and stuff like that. But, you know, not everybody can be a trader. Not everybody can do this. So we have the opportunity to make money regardless of who wins the election. So as you can see, we can make money when it's going down or up. So don't stress over that. Don't worry about that. Give up your stresses, your worries, your beliefs that don't serve you. If it doesn't serve you, get rid of it. Whatever it is in life. Remember, here's another analogy. Most of y'all probably use Amazon, right? So when you order something on Amazon, there's a product code that's associated with a specific product in the warehouse. Okay? Imagine there's almost like a universal Amazon warehouse with all parallel universes and all these different realities that can manifest. You're going to manifest whatever product you order in your frequency. Your frequency is just a vibratory signature that is paired with a specific physical reality. That's all it is. So if you don't like what you're getting, you need to change your frequency. You have to change, okay? And I'm not Christian or Muslim or Jewish. I do believe in God. I believe God is the highest frequency. It's an impersonal power. It's the highest frequency. So God helps those, according to Scripture, who help themselves. So you use God as just like a power. It's like electricity. Electricity, if it's used wrong, you can hurt yourself. If electricity is used right and give you air conditioning, it's great. That's how God is. God is inside you. Okay, and you don't have to be Christian or Muslim or Jewish or whatever your religion is to believe in God. I don't go to church. I have gone to church. I've studied multiple religions. I think that anybody that wants to exploit you externalizes your power, and anybody that wants to empower you internalizes your power. So you need to believe in yourself and know yourself and believe that it's inside you. They said the kingdom of heaven is in you and outside of you. Okay? So this is scripture in the Bible. Without me saying I'm Christian, you know, I'm not an expert on the Bible, but a lot of this stuff is mentioned in the Bible as well. So where's inside you? If it says the kingdom of heaven is inside you, that's your thoughts, it's your inner world. So it's a state of mind is what heaven is. It's not necessarily a place we go when we die or some physical other place. It's the physical reality that can manifest in the third dimension based off of you changing your inner thoughts and your beliefs, your emotional conviction, your attention, and your identity. So that's another thing. It's like the Amazon warehouse. It's frequency. It's your frequency. Yeah. Here's another one as we're just still waiting. You can't have what you need. You can only have what you have. Okay. On at you guys. I'll get better at that too. You know, I wasn't really good at trading right away. I'm probably not going to be really good at making YouTube videos right away either. But be careful what you watch and what you listen to too, with like movies and music. Okay, because those are frequencies as well. And until you learn, music isn't music, it's a frequency. And until you learn how to deal with those frequencies, they'll deal with you. They'll also control your thoughts, which you'll see in your physical reality. I was going through so much crap in my 20s. And then if I go back and look at some of the music I was listening to, it was like, dude, no wonder why I was having issues. Like, look at what I was listening to. Like, terrible music with lyrics that you shouldn't be listening to. And my life was kind of a reflection of that music. Kind of went together, almost like that's what I ordered from the universe. So you need to be careful what you're watching. I've been watching a lot of like comedy movies recently, like stuff that makes me laugh. It puts you in that good frequency. So our brains are attracted to negativity and stuff. It's like a feedback loop, and that's what the media plays into, and social media. But you gotta be careful. It's either gonna program you or you need to program it. So when you wake up in the morning, you need to set like your programming for the day. Are you gonna let the world program you, or are you gonna program it? Because you're in charge of your own reality. My grandma used to always say, only you can control your own happiness, nobody else. And I agreed with her and I kind of understood it, but now I understand it to like a deeper level. Like, you're in control of your reality. Nobody else. You. And it's through that inner work of changing your beliefs and your thoughts. You know, you gotta eat healthy, exercise, that's important. You don't have to be a bodybuilder or ripped or anything. Like, just go get your heart rate pumping once a day. That's a non-negotiable for me. I go for like a 3-mile run. If you can't run for 3 miles, just run as much as you can. If you can't even run, go for a walk. Build it up over months and years so you can go further and further. You're on your own journey and your own path. Don't compare yourself to other people. You're your own person. I can run out here, it's awesome. Like, all my neighbors have like, a lot of them have like over 100 acres, 30 acres. I live out in the country, it's really quiet, it's good for my soul and my mind, it's relaxing, it's calming. You know, if you're not fortunate enough to live out here in the country, and maybe you don't even want to be out in the country, maybe you like living in the city or the suburbs, but you gotta have like a spot where you can like focus and give your attention to whatever you're trying to work on for a portion of your day. You need like a quiet place. That's important for all of us. So when I go for a run, there's no cars out there or people. Like, I'm out in the woods. It's pretty cool. My dogs can run with me. I'm really fortunate and blessed. You know, we don't have a big house yet, but I want to build a house. Like myself. And I don't even know how to do that. I'm just going to figure it out. YouTube it, man. I learned so much. I went to Rutgers, and I've learned more on YouTube and in real life than I did in college, like times 10. And I paid a lot of money for college. NASDAQ coming back up to that pivot point right there at the 671. See if we'll turn that into support now and start going back up. We got the VWAP all the way at 752, just kind of making a straight push up right now. You know, people are like, oh, why didn't you get long down here? It's like, well, there was nothing at that time telling us to go long. Yeah, looking at it now, you can be like, oh yeah, you could have bought down here and sold up here, but yeah, we only know that now. We didn't know that back here. Versus like here, when we were in real time here, we saw it do this, we saw it do that, and that told us to get short there. There's nothing here really telling me, at least with my strategy, maybe with another strategy, you know, Fibonacci and using different indicators and different things, you know, it would have told you to go long here. I don't know those strategies though, so I just do what I do, and that's what works for me. with trading, there's multiple ways to win. Like, there's not just my way. And I'm not trying to be like, here's another bar. Would you rather be right or in the right reality? Would you rather be right or in the right reality? See, too many of us want to be right and argue with people and be right. But then, like, mentally, we kind of get worked up and angry or whatever, emotionally. And we don't find ourselves in the right reality and peace. I'd rather be in the right reality, so I'm not going to argue with anybody about, like, strategies and what's better. This one works for me. I know that there is multiple ways to consistently win trading. You can trade S&P, you can trade gold, you can trade stocks. There's other instruments you can even trade. I just trade NASDAQ. I stick to one thing, so because I can't focus on a bunch of different things at once. And maybe I can eventually, but I just choose not to. That's not my desired reality. That's not the frequency I choose to be in. The frequency I choose to be in, because I control my reality, is the one where I just trade NASDAQ. And that's it. It's really simple. So, I don't really have an elaborate reason as to why I trade NASDAQ. This is what I trade. So, that's that. Anybody that's wondering if I have kids, I do have 2 kids. They're both currently with their mothers at the moment. I have a daughter that's 2.5, and I have a son who just turned 1 on Friday. So they come and visit, and once I get a house built here, they'll have even more stuff to do. I hope my son likes riding dirt bikes and stuff when he gets older. That'd be really cool. We got a couple years. He's only 1. But I could build some sweet trails back there, get some quads and dirt bikes and ATVs. You know, that's the dream. That's the goal. You know, there's some places to go like an hour away, but it would be cool to have some trails just right here. You know, nothing too crazy. It's 10 acres, and I want to have some space for, you know, a couple cows and some goats and stuff. Maybe get a couple horses. That'd be really cool. I bought this RV brand new a couple years ago. Traveled around Texas with it. I rented a house twice. And then realized, like, hey, do I want to keep paying rent and living in these houses? You know, one was on 4 acres. It was pretty cool. It was 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Or do I want to get some land and start building my own thing? So we got 10 acres. Moved into the RV. And got to get a little tiny house built here. Nothing too crazy. I can always build onto it, make it bigger. So I might start posting some videos of that in a couple months when that time comes. My property already had electric here. It had water, city water, and it had a septic tank. So should be looking at the 2-minute time frame. Yeah, I kind of messed up a little bit there, guys. Talking too much. So, not that we were on the 5-minute there. So, a little bit of a, not really, because like you can say this was a long flag, but not really, because it was on its first stretch back up. You know, I wanted to wait for it to show me that it was going back up, like after that fair value gap, so you could say like, oh yeah, it broke out here, buy here. But it's like, would I have, you know, it's always easy to look backwards and go like, oh yeah, I would have bought here, I would have bought here. But it's like, would you have? But be honest with yourself. I'm talking about me being honest with me. I don't think I would have bought here. And then, you know, this wasn't really a good flag right here either. Like, I don't know, it's just not, it's not the same as, like, look at that, and then look at this. Like, there's multiple touches, like 3 touches. And it doesn't have to be 3, sometimes it'll be 2, sometimes it's 4 or 5, you know. No, that probably doesn't help you guys if you're like, we want to know exactly how. I'm still kind of getting good at this too. Remember, I haven't been trading for a long time. So this isn't financial advice, what I'm telling you to do. This is just for like educational and entertainment purposes. But we're breaking out above that pivot point again, coming back up to VWAP. And we got the 15-minute opening range up there next. You know, but I don't know. We'll see if we can't get one more trade in here. Maybe we'll get a trade going long if we can get a nice long flag to form here. Volume starting to kind of drop off as expected, but you never know. There can be moves happening here. We got news coming out in 9 minutes. 17-week bill auction, whatever that is. I don't know. It's not that important though. It's only 1 bar, but still good to be mindful of it. We're trading above that 21 EMA now. We broke out and closed above it 21 minutes ago right here. Kind of chopped around on it again some more and then broke out here. So that would have been a nice spot to get long 15 minutes ago. I was talking too much and looking at the 5-minute. But that's alright. Hopefully you guys heard some good life advice stuff. You know, you would have got long at like 613. Could have rode that all the way up if we managed the trade well. When was that? That was at 10:05. Yeah, I don't know. That was on the 1 minute. There wasn't even a long flag on the 2 minute at that time. So I was in here. And that big candle, the big 2 minute candle. 10:05. So we got long at like 6:13. I'd have been here, so like this kind of setup. You know, something like that. I guess you could have got long here. I don't know. It is what it is. That's alright. You know, you can't, if your eye's not on the ball and you're not looking, here we go, you can't hit it. I wasn't looking. So you guys saw I was stuck here on the 5-minute chart like a dum-dum instead of the 2-minute chart. Kind of would have saw that in this flag. Then it touched again, came down, and then broke through. Could have maybe got long here. Set our stop loss to, you know, 20 points or something. Man, rode that thing all the way up. Well, I mean, that was over 90-point move right there. You know, kind of retraced here and then came back up again. So if you were trailing your stop loss and you kept it below 630, you wouldn't have got stopped out there. Keep going. That's alright though. It's kind of like hunting too. Like, if, I don't know how many of y'all hunt, but if you're like sitting in a tree stand with a bow and arrow, like, if you're not looking for deer, or you're looking at your phone, or you're distracted, you can't shoot what you can't see. So, but I mean, with all of this movement, like, would I have taken that trade? I don't know, because look how short we were. Like, the market was just dropping and dropping and dropping, doing little retracements. So, like, how would I have known it wasn't just going to do this? continue that trend. That would have been going against the trend right here to take a long. So it's like, it's easy to look back and go, oh yeah, I would have taken that trade. It's like, yeah, would you have? So we're not even gonna keep that line there. Like, so now we're putting in higher highs though. Let's see if we can't put in a higher low and then keep going back up. Maybe do something like that. Break out above. I don't know. See where this candle closes. We gotta like start pushing above that like 90s level, 690s, and then VWAP sitting 60 points above that. That 95, that 700 level. Trading above the 21 EMA. There she goes. Above that pivot point. Continuation up to VWAP. I don't know, I didn't pull the trigger and I might have been wrong. I mean, not wrong, but might have missed that, but I'm just getting a little trigger shy here on YouTube. I mean, we talked through it, so we'll see what happens, but I'm already up 380. I would have, you know, whatever. That's alright. That's alright. I almost bought here. Grab 10 points, and then what? One, two, three. It's not really the best long flag. Oh. See, now we're kind of doing one of these. Starting to go bullish now. Bulls back in control. See, it just moves in waves. Bull should continue to push back up to that VWAP, 749. Don't know. I don't know. We didn't take a trade there though. I don't know. Something just felt weird. Like I'm feeling good. I made some money. You know, I told you my goal is $400 to $500 a day. The computer glitched a little bit on that first trade, and I got nervous just being first trade on YouTube. Not gonna lie, heart was racing a little bit there, and probably could have grabbed over $400. which would have been our $400 to $500, you know. So maybe just be done for the day at 380. Maybe just shut her down. You know, do some YouTube work after this, upload this video, learn how that works a little bit more, and go for a run, you know, kind of hang around for a little bit, see if we get that continuation, that push up, turn this pivot point into support. Market's kind of just, it's not really popping out, see it, you know, when it's kind of pop out, start going. Sometimes when the volume gets lower, it gets a little bit later, you don't see those, it doesn't move as quick. So, you know, if we took that trade, would we have got stopped out by now? Like if I moved it to break even, probably. So maybe I would have grabbed 10 points. That's not really that much, and it would have only been like 3 contracts. So, kind of glad that I didn't take that trade, because it's not really kind of getting that movement. Like if you're not seeing it do that movement, then it just starts to get weird. And that's where I have that mental stop. I won't let it take a 20-point stop loss if it starts doing this. I'll just come out of the trade. Might start pushing up now. Just trying. See if price can break through that previous high at the 705. Don't know. Remember, this is kind of that area where we had this going on too. Got this fair value gap here, and this one's just kind of battling out right in here. This area right here is going to break out above. It's pushing. There we go. She's going. I don't know. That's why for me, I moved my stop loss to break even a lot once it starts getting, you know, above 10 points in the profit, but sometimes it pays to wait a little bit longer and let it kind of go down a little bit before it pops out up. So you see the bottom of this wick right here kind of was in a line with the top of the wicks here. So it went up and then it kind of came back to that area and then just used that as support to continue going up. Broke through that previous high here at 1017, you know, now it's coming back down again a little bit, so, you know, it's just kind of a weird spot to be in right here. You almost got like this ceiling right here, like this double top, which means it can just kind of do one of these, just go back down again. So, I don't know. I think that's going to be it for the day, guys. First day recording. We've been here for over 2 hours. My computer's telling me this video is 11 gigabytes, so we're going to upload that. That might take a while. With my Starlink's fast with download, but my upload speed's really slow. So, I mean, that thing could take like 12 hours to upload. I have no idea. Hopefully we can get this thing up there by midnight tonight so you guys can watch this tomorrow. I don't know how many people are going to even watch it right now. I only have 2 subscribers, so this is a brand new channel I'm not going to pay money to like promote this channel. It's just going to grow organically over the next couple weeks, months, and years, hopefully. So my focus is really just on trading, but I figured Apex is going to possibly ask me for videos to show my trades. They may or may not do that, so I was like, let me just start recording every day, make it part of my normal routine. I can upload it to YouTube, and YouTube will kind of act as like storage. And hey, if my YouTube page grows, great, you know, that's awesome. But I really just want to help people share this information because I got this from other people. So that's pretty much it, guys. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. You know, peace and love. Later.